that experience, having players like Mbwali now, Mukiteke, even one who left JINJA SS and joined MASAKA SS, should be a stronger side to try and compete in this particular encounter.
Tap and run, but they should make it comfortably. Chance for run out. JINJA SS MASAKA SS a bit hesitant in the field there, but the run out was on. These are all strong cricket sporting schools.
Look at that replay. She placed it very well at point. The fielding was good, but not the best of throws. That ball went up in the air. If she had thrown it maybe at waist level, close to the stumps, it could have made the wicketkeeper Mbwali Naume in a very comfortable position to make sure that she completes that run out.
Yeah, a bit of hesitation there from the fielder. If they had, put in the throw first time, they could have had their second wicket, MASAKA SS. But from where we are, we can hear this MASAKA fielder saying to Bereko. That only means one thing, like, let's stay on top of the game. The umpires have a glance at each other. It's like the main umpire trying to confirm from... they will come together for a chat, but MASAKA seem to be interested in something.
Just a close look at the replay. Unfortunately for the umpires, don't have that benefit of the replay, but for us we do. That is now last for they are coming in so fast as she comes, pitches that one. But does it look like the bat was close?
No, Ivan, I've liked what the umpires have done there. Most times when you're not sure, make sure the benefit goes to the batter. After 1 over, JINJA SS is 1 for 1.
They keep scoring like that. By the end of the 20 overs, they will be having 20 runs. Because currently they are scoring 1 every over. And mathematically, 1 times 20 is 20. The new bowler, they are coming into the attack. For MASAKA Senior Secondary School, Agnes Nakakande, one of the experienced seamers of the ball on that team. She's played a couple of tournaments. In January, she was in Gulu playing the Interhub, the Under-17 Interhub tournament. She made the cut in 2022 as the Under-19 team. The Baby Victoria Pearls went to Botswana for the World Cup qualifiers. She carries a wealth of experience, and here she is to continue the bowling for MASAKA Senior Secondary School.
Interestingly, Nakakande Agnes is called Miriki by her teammates. We'll need to do some research and find out why. Up-ish, but comes out of the middle of the bat safely on the other end from Twebaze. Finally, some hand claps from the dugout. The JINJA SS dugout been very, very quiet. 1 for 1, Nakakande Agnes. Such a top quality player. Played for the Uganda Under-19s. And was also part of the street team that went to India.
And actually won the trophy.
I know someone who's going to tell us why they call her Miliki. Very soon we shall have Amongin Naomi coming into the commentary box to tell us why Nakakande is called Miliki.
Nakakande and Amongin Naomi were teammates in 2022 for the Baby Victoria Pearls. They must have had a lot of conversations. Naomi, why is Nakakande called Miliki?
Actually, it's not something big. We just gave her that name Milky because one thing that we knew about her was every morning break that we could go for, she would only ask for milk and nothing else. By the time she sees you with something that has milk in, like yogurt, she really beats for that, and that's what brought the name Milky. So we had to give her that name, and she loved the name. So I think that's what most of her teammates call her, even me as well. So it's a comfortable name for her. She's okay with it.
Milk there, giving some milky deliveries. The batters just can't see the ball. I just love the body language that these girls of MASAKA are exhibiting on the ground. They are trying to make sure that they back up the bowler, clapping and chanting at every delivery. And that is the type of body language that wins the games. Because every time you keep active, even the fielding good for you.
Yeah, a lot of noise there from the fielder Sula, which means just throw. But good play from Nalukende, just using the pace of the ball from Agnes Nakakande. Players like Nakakande come into this tournament with a big reputation, big things are expected of you. So sometimes even the other players are trying to make a name for themselves against you. I've liked the approach here from Nalukende. Every time she's hit the ball straight to mid-off, she's ready to take off for a single. It's good stuff there to see that you put pressure on the fielders. 5 for 1 after 2 overs, JINJA SS.
With 2 overs bowled here at Madera ground in the heart of Soroti, no extras been given out yet. It just remains that the team of MASAKA Secondary School is coached by the head coach for the under-19, the Baby Victoria Pearls. They're just putting everything on the money, trying to make sure that everything makes to count from the bat. But ladies and gentlemen, Naula Asfa is back into the attack for MASAKA Senior Secondary School from the flying school end. Another good delivery there from Naula Asfa. The batter trying to go into the block hole, but he misses everything. The body language for the MASAKA girls is just a body language that gives you positive vibes. You really see the victory coming your way. They've not done any mistake. Everything has been bowled to the stumps area. Into the block hole. Nalukende there. Could be an interesting game here today. One of the big fixtures we have in this particular tournament. It's a Group A action. JINJA Senior Secondary School up against MASAKA Senior Secondary School. Three dots there from the captain for MASAKA Senior Secondary School. She's delivering yet another good over. Making sure that she puts that ball for the batter to play. Back dot balls there from Hasfa Naula. Hasfa Naula is one of the players who were born and bred from Mukono. She started playing her cricket, I think, in her primary 6th there when the lockdown was just coming to an end. Currently, she's in Senior 2 at MASAKA Senior Secondary School. And yeah, here she is. She has been given the role to lead the team at a very tender age, but she's doing just wonders. Unfortunately, looking for the wide lane. That one goes wide. And that is the first extra and first wide of the innings. Very good efforts there from Naulas for making sure that she fields her ball. Always as a bowler, you should always be your first fielder. Naulas for just puts her body there on the wicket to try and make sure that that ball doesn't go. Because there are no fielders straight. So if that ball had gone past her, maybe it could have counted a boundary for JINJA SS.
But I think that ball would have gone for 4 runs because that was a full delivery. But unfortunately, Nalukenda failed to utilize it. Because if she had utilized it, I think it would have given them at least a boundary in this inning.
That marks the end of the third over. 6-1 is the current score. A very slow start there from JINJA SS. 6-1 means they are scoring 2 per over, and mathematically that is 40 at the end of the 20th over. I wouldn't say that it's what will happen, but mathematically it's what is happening. Agnes Nyakakande yet, the Milik is back into the attack for MASAKA Senior Secondary School from the primary school end. Look at that replay there. Naulas for coming in so fast. The batter couldn't get into the line of the ball, and she managed to get the much needed breakthrough here for JINJA Senior Secondary School. I beg your pardon, for MASAKA Senior Secondary School.
Still in Toroti, there's so many match games to follow. Kilembe Secondary School is versing Sacred Hearts Secondary School. And Kilembe won the toss and opted to bat first, where they have 1 for no loss in 0.1 over. The match has just started, so let's wait and watch which team is going to merge out the winner in this game.
Some risk around there from the batters, but they managed to go with it. Well, now we're talking about this game that you've just talked about. Kilembe SS taking on Sacred Hearts. Both games lost their opening matches. Sacred Hearts yesterday lost to St. Mary's Girls School, Madera. And today Kilembe SS lost a game here in the morning as they were taking on Light SS. Could be an interesting encounter because both teams are looking at getting back to winning ways. Just looking for the first win in this tournament. Sacred Hearts playing the tournament for their first time. The dugout of JINJA SS is giving a lot of backup to the batters as they're trying to add some more pressure to the fielders, try and make sure that they could capitalize on those fielding mistakes. Looks like the plan is working out for them. That is the dugout for JINJA SS Secondary School. Leading them is one of the teachers who moved with them, Coach Abib Mugala inside there, Teacher Kirumira, my Obi from primary in Kamuli Boy is back, and then is also there as one of the teachers who are in charge of that team. And they're trying to make sure that they take back glory to the Eastern School. That was close to hitting off stump, but that ball just went past the 4th stump. Well, now may you see that delivery, one of those seamers of the ball. How do you feel after delivering such a ball to the bat and you feel that, and you see that they can't really play you?
Being a fellow steamer, I think by the time I deliver such a ball, I even feel the pride, like I am on top of the batter. I go back while doing that. I am still on top. By the time I come back to deliver the other ball, it's much more better than the one I even delivered before.
Milik Sheikh just heard what you said. She comes and gives yet another much better delivery than what she delivered before. And she kept dotting there for MASAKA Senior Secondary School. Look at that delivery. The batter tried to swing at that one. Unfortunately, the movement of her feet couldn't help her get so close to that ball. That's yet another dot ball from Milik Sheikh. Milik has not done so bad. 1.4. She so far considered just 7 runs. Very, very good here for MASAKA Senior Secondary School. Every time it hits on the bat, they run. They manage to get another run. Currently, it's a hit and run. So many risky runs are being taken in there. I believe the batters need to start becoming a little bit conscious because every time they're hearing the sound of the bat, they are taking the risky runs. And when you see the way the MASAKA girls are fielding, they're not really accepting to bow to that pressure. They are managing to get those balls up and send them as quickly as they can. So JINJA SS risk losing a wicket by run out here.
But Ivan, looking at what you just said, the batters should be cautious. I think even the fielders should be more cautious because like they can't just tap a ball within the 50 yards and the batters are running. I think it's the fielders who should be more cautious this time around because if they be more cautious, that's not a run. Any like in a good fielding team, that's not a run on a 50 yard.
As the teams look at stopping the runs in the 50 yarders, so you say 4 overs have been bowled here, and 10 for 1 is the current score. There will be change in the bowling attack for Masaka Senior Secondary School as Kevin Mukite comes into bowl for Masaka Senior Secondary School. Kevin Mukite has two sisters who play for the Victoria Pearls, Rita Msamali and Susan Kakai. She also loves to replicate what her sisters do. Both Rita Msamali and Susan Kakai last season were playing for Wanderers Cricket Club in our local women's league, and they've put up so many fine performances. But now their younger sister comes to try and bowl for the MASAKA SS team. Kita Kevin there just can't get the line. She's dropping her head and giving out wide deliveries there. She needs to be trying and putting those balls to the stumps yet again. JINJA SS will be very, very happy to receive these freebies.
Ivan, it looks like Kevin has come into the attack, and her coming in is just bringing so many extras now for Masaka. And yet, the captain, Anaka Kande, started it so well for Masaka.
Yeah, but well, when you see the way Kevin is delivering those weights, he's trying to look for the offside, and they just can't get that ball to the lanes. But you see her teammates are there giving her some backup. Milik coming in so quickly there. The captain Aulas also coming in to make sure that they guide her on how to deliver those much needed dot balls. And hopefully she could come and deliver some here.
I think that's the best benefit of having senior players in the team because I think Nakakanda has played for some good time better than Kevin. So by the time Nakakanda comes to speak to Kevin, it's a plus because like she's giving a wisdom, like a word of wisdom to Kevin so that she comes back and bowls so well and strong.
Kevin this time comes and successfully gets the wide line. She just saw that it could be challenging for these batters to play shots onto the balls that are pitched on the offside, and the plan looks to be working out for her. The Muebas are there, not getting the contact she needs. There is a no ball call there from the umpire. Looks like Mukite's foot went past the line. Looked like she couldn't manage her foot near that popping crease line. Tumwebaza, who has been struggling to play the balls on the offside, will now have a chance to release up her arms as a free hit comes. Big swing there, up in the air. Some good pick up there from the captain for MASAKA Senior Secondary School, Hasfa Naula, limiting them to only 1 run. Tumwebas are there showing intent and managing to get off the strike, because the good balls that Mukite has delivered were posing some challenge to her. Let's see what Nalukande can do for those balls from Mukite that are pitching on the offside.
It looks like Kevin's plan of thought is working out, because like I've seen like Nalukande and Twemebazi are finding it so hard to play the balls that are pitching on the first stumps and next to the wide line. So like it's a good strategy for her, and if she sticks there without bowling any extras, I think she's going to make it hard for the batters.
Some big appeal there from the MASAKA players, but the umpire not showing any interest. There was some big swing, but looks like that ball was far away from the bat. Nalukende and Tumwebas are the batters in there for JINJA Senior Secondary School. Kevin Mukite bowling there from the flying school end. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the annual Girls Schools Cricket Week Tournament 2024 edition. Last year we were here in Soroti. Soroti was given a chance to host again. Skyview comes on board to support the girl children. Skyview, our sponsors, they are giving us crystal water, they are giving us the Skyview brands, and it should be an exciting day. Another big swing and a miss. Now, when you see the way Mukita is delivering those balls on the offside, looks like that's the art she mastered, trying and make sure that she puts everything on the offside. Because when these players are being coached at this level, most of the players are coached the drive shot, but not so many players are coached how to cut that ball, so they will lack the precision and they would not know what to do when those such balls come.
Ivan, you're so true about that, because like if it is application, if you look at ladies cricket, if you give a lady looking at Nalukande, the way she reacted on that replay, she wanted to really walk down the track and get that ball before it pitches, but I think it didn't really get it on that good notch to play it where she wanted it to go. And back to the point that you're talking about, in ladies cricket, commonly cricketers who are ladies usually play the balls that are on the body so well, rather than playing the balls that are on the off. So like by the time Mukite comes to bowl on the off side, that means she has a very good strategy. Forgetting about the wides and the extras that she gave, she really bowled. Actually, her over was one of the most challenging overs for the batters of JINJA SS, and I think that's a good strategy for her. Only that she needs only to reduce on the wides.
She conceded 5 with only 1 off the bat, the rest being wides. But after 5 overs, 15-1 is the score. MASAKA is trying to make sure that it doesn't let JINJA SS run out of their reach. JINJA SS scoring only 3 every over. But there is a change in the bowling attack as Kejuka Flores comes in to bowl from the primary school end. Some 50-50 chance there for a catch. Mukite Kevin not in position to complete that one as the ball does not carry.
Ivan, if you look at the way these batters are batting, I think if they keep on batting in that rushy way that they are doing it, like I bet one of them is going to run themselves out, because if you keep on being rushy, you'll get a run that won't benefit you, and you'll get one of you run out in any game.
Well, indeed the batters need to be a little more conscious in all their actions, because they might turn out to be costly for them. Some good shot they are driven very nicely on the onside. The call is 2, but the pickup from Nakakandi, chance for a run out. Not completed, but there was some backup there to make sure that that ball does not run away. Just have the girls of JINJA SS have sprinted there in between the wickets. Try and make sure that they pick up those 2 much ended runs. Chance for a catch there. She just aligns her body below that one, and she completes a very beautiful catch. Disappointing it there for Tumwebaza as she gives out her wicket.
Looking at the replay, that ball was so well pitched up that I think it was even better for her to play it down than trying to take it over the fielders, because it was a very easy catch whereby the fielder got under the ball, right under it to just get it. It was a very easy catch. That's one thing that cricketers call a baby catch for any fielder that is a serious fielder. And that brings 2 wickets on the table for MASAKA SS.
With a baby catch beautifully completed there, the coach for JINJA Senior Secondary School will throw in a left-hander, Nasuna Witten, who's played a couple of games for JINJA SS. She won the Best Batter Award in 2022 as JINJA SS was returning to the Division 1 in the Women's T20 League. Nasuna Witten has also played a couple of games for the national team of the Under-19. She was part of the squad that made it to Botswana in the World Cup qualifiers. And now here she is to make sure that she gets some runs for JINJA SS. She bats left. Let's see what she can do. Nasuna Witten there going into the block hole on her first delivery that she's faced. Doesn't get contact.
Ivan, the bowling spell of MASAKA Secondary School has been a little more impressive because I think the under-19 coach, the head coach, that's none other than Coach Shuvnanga, has really briefed this girl so well, because by the time players bowled on the off side, that's a good bowling spell for a team like MASAKA SS, because Nansu, which just come in, but they're putting every ball on the off, where we know that fielders, batters who bat left find it so hard to play balls on the offside better off than if you give a batter who is a left-hand batter a ball on the onside. Trust me, you might get smashed down to the boundary. Ivan, one thing I like about Masaka, they have really the good game awareness, because by the time a left-hand batter is coming to bat, you really see the quick changes that they have. They really know their positions, where to go to, when it's a right-hand batter, when it's a left-hand batter. I think that's quite impressive. I like the fact that Nantabo has thought of coming from right arm round. I thought of coming from left arm over because she's bowling to a fellow left-hander. It looks like Nantabo's idea of coming from left arm over is really bringing her a very good perspective, that her coming from left arm over is giving so many dot boards over her extras. It's making her get through it. A full delivery there from Nantabo where Nasuna Witini drives down to mid off for one run, totaling the score to 22 for 2 in 7 overs.
7 overs have been bowled here at Madeira and more 13 overs yet to come before we could complete this innings. Kajuka Flores there continuing with the bowling for MASAKA Senior Secondary School from the school end. Her first over went for only 3 runs and she managed to pick a wicket. And she is back here to try and make sure that she gives yet her second over.
Another full delivery there from Kaijuka to Nansuna, and she drives it down the road to mid-off. That consists only 1 run off Milky, where Milky picked up the ball so well and threw it back to the bowler. A good delivery there from Kaijuka that gives a chance of a run out, but I think there's a good running there from Nansuna that gives the umpire a reason to say no to that.
The JINJA SS batters should try to be a little more cautious because they don't need many of these risky runs. If they keep running like this, they will lose a wicket not so far long from now. Kajuka Florence hasn't done so bad. That girl Kajuka Florence, she comes from a district called Kayunga. I hope Naomi have been in Kayunga.
Me have only been in Soroti and Kampala, maybe in Jinja. But that place.
Should get some time and you visit the country. Kajuka Florence comes from Kayunga, a place called Dibale. That's the same place where the stars of national team Simon Sesazi, Henry Senyondo, and Sempija come from. Pickups they fared not the very best, and JINJA SS manages to walk away with that again. But the left-right combination is tearing out the batters as they have to change every time there is a running between the wickets. Fielders are trying to keep themselves very active there as they don't allow to go silent. Another one played up in the air, but it doesn't carry. But there is some quick running there between Narukenda and Nasuna for JINJA Senior Secondary School. Well, that puts the end to the 8th over. 26 for 2 is the score.
I have realized the MASAKA SS, the JINJA SS batters are trying so very hard to use their feet to get the runs for their team and to get the scoreboard ticking. But unfortunately, I think things are not working out the way they want it, so they have to try out hit and run, so that at least you get one per one, so that you fill the basket at least slowly but sure.
The schools from MASAKA, after going unbeaten yesterday, even today they kept unbeaten in the morning games. That is the ball which didn't. Oh, that is the wicket. That is Tumwebaza's wicket, as you have seen there in your replay. Well, the schools from MASAKA managed to get a win. Walida High School in the morning made a statement that they are very, very big contenders in this tournament as they scored 205 runs against Good Heart. To have centuries there from the returnees from Dubai. Marisa Yokot and Lona Anyait both got half centuries in that game. But in response, Light SS also won their morning game, as Madara also beat Ndeje Senior Secondary School. Ndeje not having the very best of tournaments. Yes, they lost 2 games, then they lost their morning game. Not a good start. That opener there comes back into the attack for MASAKA SS, and she manages to open up the account with the dot ball. But well, now in the morning games, one of the exciting games that I was following was the game between Gaza High School and Kasese. In the last over, Kasese needed 5 runs, and it was really a pressure moment for both teams. But in the end, Kasese managed to win the game by 3 wickets. Running and more running between the wickets. Now hit and run at the moment, as you can see there. The batters are running every time the ball hits the pads. But well, now just here at the oval, when you look down in the ground, Professor Olida, the owner of Olida High School, has come around because he knows the other semi-finalists will be taking on Olida in the other group is likely to come from this fixture. Chairman Felix Musan also around the ground to make sure that he gets first-hand action. Doesn't want to watch it from the TV.
I think it's a better perspective for the Professor Olila to be here to watch these games, because I think he also has that intense pressure, because for the past 5 to 7 years, Lighters has never beaten Olila in any history. But for the first time in history, Lighters has beat Olila in the qualifier. So like it gives immense pressure to our owner of our school to know what happened and why. So like I think his hopes are high by the time Olila scores 205 of a team, and by the time Lon and Malisa come back from Dubai and join the team, I think he has his hopes high that the trophy can still be back to Olila this year.
Looks like the umpire are working out something. But ladies and gentlemen, it's the girls' schools cricket week. Looks like the umpire and the ground staff. But that is the current scorecard there. Namogova Sheila left so quickly with no runs on board after facing 4 deliveries. Nalukende Leila faced 25 deliveries and managed to score 80 runs. Tumwebaza Mary there currently batting with Nasuna Wittin. Tumwebaza has 7 of 13, while Nasuna Wittin has 3 of 10.
back on the ground after that small misconfusion in the field. Still bowling is Nad Tabo. And on the strike is Nasuna Whitney.
Yeah, Nantabo struggling with the lefty. But MASAKA SS have put the squeeze on JINJA SS 27 for 2 after 8.2 overs. Nasuna Whitney, a former teammate of yours, Naomi. What should we expect from her? She needs to dig her team out of the hole.
Okay, to look at Nasuna, she's a player who has a team at heart, and she's a player who deserves to score so many runs. Like looking at yesterday's game, by the time she got out, I feel she was so hard coming out with that scoring runs for her team. And if you look at today's game, the way she's aggressive, the way she's running in between the wickets, I think she has a very bigger target this time round in this game, because this is the game that's going to determine whether she's going to play semis or no. Because like I think this is one of the tough games that she has on the table, because she's already done with facing Ulila. So I think she will have to do a lot for her team this time round. But I trust her. She can do something better for her team.
Yes or no call. Run out. A wicket out of nothing again. Poor running between the wickets from Nalukende and Nasuna. Nalukende paying the price. Taken out of her misery. 8 from 25 balls.
That was a missed call from the two batters. But on Nalukende's return to the crease, I think she forgot to hold her bat because she left her bat to slide off her hand. And by the time the bat slides off your hand, that is automatically a run out.
Yeah, very right, Naomi. I think miscommunication leading to the run out. The challenge for her there, she had enough time to go back, but once she lost the bat, she was in big trouble. JINJA SS now 3 wickets down for only 29 runs. MASAKA ensuring that they keep the chokehold very tight on the batting for JINJA SS. If they're able to get them out for a very small total, then they will be in business.
It looks like the fall of wicket is bringing too much pressure to Nasuna now, because she has to step in, being in for some good time. She has to really now step in, because she's now looking at the ball more bigger than the other friends of hers who are coming in, getting her inside.
The run out introduces the captain herself into the attack. Hope Sheila and Bays are there. I think the strategies have not changed even with the introduction of Hope Sheila and Beza. It's remained hit and run very risky avenue where you're trying to they are trying to invest in a very risky avenue. Yesterday Opshira Mbeza was in a position to put so many runs. She was dismissed LBW by Anyait Lona before putting anything on board. Only Tikabula Rashida was the star of the day as JINJA SS lost to Olida High School. She managed 13 of 33. Some just there for a catch, but the wicketkeeper doesn't manage to collect that. And that marks the end of the 9th over. 31 for a loss of 3 is the score.
Ivan, if we are to anticipate this game, I think this partnership needs to really stick inside there for JINJA SS to score a defendable score. Because looking at the way MASAKA played yesterday, they had above 100 runs, and if they score below 60, I think it will be an easy chase for MASAKA since they scored yesterday more than 100 runs. So I think this partnership needs to stick in there for JINJA SS to have a better score.
The lineup of MASAKA boasts some players who can help you in the chase. Looking at the captain Asfa Naula, during the Interhub tournament in Gulu, she scored a half century. Mbwali now there, also one of the experienced players who scored a half century in January. Yesterday she just missed it by 1. But the bowler there to continue the bowling for MASAKA is Kaijuka Flores. Whitney National there sends one to the boundary.
I think Kajuka slipped off a little bit because looking at the replay where Kajuka placed that ball is a very strong zone for any left-hander. And looking at the left-handers I've played with, like Nandara Immaculate on under-19 and national team, you put anything on the body, will take you down to the boundary with a very easy note.
Yeah, but it just looks very, very natural for the left-handers to clear off those balls that come close to their pads. Kajuka first needs to be a little more cautious when delivering those to Whitney.
Looking at this match, I think Whitney has the quick legs in the team more than any other player because every time she taps the ball into the bat, she thinks of running. And I think, anyways, that is better for her team because at least it's getting the singles that keep adding the score. Though they still need to hike and hike their strike rate to get the runs on board.
Some quick legs there from Mbeza, Hope Sheila and Whitney Nasuna, try and make sure that they keep adding onto the board. They're trying to make sure that they get a run off every delivery. They don't want to give out so many dots. We're just into the last over in the first half of the innings. The conference they are looking for the offside and she manages to place one there. Opshila Mbeza doesn't play the cut shot so comfortably. She loves driving most times. Soon as I say that, Kajuka Flores puts one to the pads and she's punished by Hopshila Mbeza. Those are the balls that Hopshila Mbeza will be waiting for. If you put anything on the offside, she's not one of those players who play that cut shot. She drives it straight or pulls it to the offside. I beg your pardon, to the onside. bowlers on team have done their work. Every time there is something that happens, they always walk in and talk to their fellow bowler so quickly so that she could recover and give another good delivery. But now they introduce extra covers. Sorry, that is deep square leg. That marks the end of the 10th over. 40 for 3 is the current score. If JINJA SS keeps scoring like this, because in the first overs they've managed to get 40 runs, if they manage to get more 40 in the last 10 overs, they will complete with 80. Nata Open has been one of the most economical bowlers for Masaka Senior Secondary School. She's been bowling so well. Swing and a miss there from Hope Sheila. She doesn't make. Sorry, that is Nasuna Witten. She doesn't make her bat get to that delivery. Another touch and go. So many risk runs being taken here. Not opener there with the best economy rate 3.60. She's not gone for so many runs. She's so far bowled 2.4 and she's conceded only 10 runs. But well, from the other ground of Sorot Cricket Ground in the city, Kilembe, where Kilembe won the toss and elected to bat first against Sacred Heart School. Kilembe is 38 for 4 after 12.
I think the perspective of Natabo coming from round for a right-hander and over for a left-hander is really benefiting her over, because when she comes from over for a left-hander, you find it that she bowls every ball on the off, and when she comes from round for a right-hander, you get that she's dotting the same very balls, and that marks the end of her over, where she concedes only one.
That marks the end of the 11th over. 41 for 3 is the current score here at Madera Ground, the Girls Schools Cricket Week Tournament tournaments that happens every year since 2001, with the exception of just a few years where there were some circumstances taking COVID as one of them where we missed to hold this tournament. The record champions of this particular tournament, 9 times JINJA SS are up against MASAKA SS Secondary School. JINJA SS is from the Nero region, MASAKA is from the southwest region. Both schools came in as champions. Should be an exciting encounter as Kajuka Florence comes back into the attack for MASAKA SS.
Good comeback there from Kajuka after bowling one wide. She comes back and she bowls a very good delivery to Nansuna Whitney that gives her a dot. Kajuka loses track again and bowls another wide. I think the consistency in bowling to a left-hander is kind of a challenge for the bowlers than bowling to a right-hander, because usually when they're bowling to a right-hander, even for a whole over, but when they're bowling to a left-hander, there's a little bit of less consistency in that bowling.
Good effort there on the rope from the fielder, but Whitney has very good control of that sweep shot. So every time someone has been straying to her pads, she plays a ball so nicely. You can see the umpire trying to check with the fielders. I don't know how, sometimes a bit of a challenge. I don't know how honest you can be as a fielder. You don't want to tell that the ball went through you for a boundary.
Okay, to talk about to herself and be like, I cannot say it's a boundary because it's going to cost my team. So like I have to decide
Spirit of the game now, spirit of the game.
but like with the way you say spirit of the game, if you look at every player, it's not like there's you having a spirit of the game, but usually players be like, I can't say it's a boundary because it's going to cost me. Anyways, some players be honest, knowing that they can chase the score. But like some players, let me say I'm in a team that maybe can't chase the score. I'll just decide to say
Chance for a catch, hit straight to the fielder, but she's unable to take the chance. Catches win you games, and MASAKA might be guilty of putting down opportunities. One of the things I've liked about the different schools, each school is cheering in their, I would say, language they're familiar with. So you can hear MASAKA, they're using a lot of Luganda. We had Kileme in the morning, they were speaking, I think Lukonjo or something. Maybe that they're trying to confuse the enemy. Agriculture, a little bit from Hope Mbeza, but they get a single. What would happen if Light is playing Olira?
he's playing Ulila. Like you mean the finals or like
How would you confuse each other since you come from the same region
actually
in terms of language? Twelve overs gone, 47 for 3. JINJA SS, they were asked to have the first crack after MASAKA won the toss. The run scoring has not been very easy for them at all. But the captain Hope Mbeza and Nasuna Whitney are working very hard. Yeah, tap and run, but Whitney Nasuna very, very quick between the wickets. And she needs to be very careful because they lost the bat after some poor calling. So they need to be very, very careful. Bit of fumble in the deep, but they will just get a single. Now, when you spoke about it, the left and right combination, I think it's troubling MASAKA. They have to keep changing the field all the time.
Not
Hope is deceived by the flight, steps out, but unfortunately misses the ball. JINJA SS lose their fourth wicket. They're now 49 for 3. Jubilation time for MASAKA SS. Yeah, the reaction there from Nasuna Whitney from the other end, priceless. JINJA SS losing their captain Hope Mbeza, but dragged out of her crease by that flight from Natabo, and unfortunately, very good work there behind the stumps from the keeper. Quick to wipe off the bails. Now they have to start all over again. The new batter Mary joins Whitney. Gets off the mark there, Mary Namiro immediately. Not very comfortably, but they will negotiate the single. The 50 runs come up for MASAKA. 50 for 4. Completely misses it, the fielder on the boundary, and it races away for 4. Whitney now needs to dig deep and be able to carry the burden of run scoring for her side.
kind of
What do you think would be a chessable total, like you like to call it, for Masaka SS?
give my restrict.
Mukite Kevin having gone for 5 in the overshot in the first over she bowled. The captain said it first to put her out of the attack so that she can change the bowling side. Now she's coming from the primary school end. Now onto the body side. Some swing is on, but she misses everything. The ball hits the pads, and there's an indication of leg by the umpire there.
I think Nasuna being a left-hander feels so bad missing a ball on her body because it's one of her strongest zones, and that ball was supposed to be punished to the boundary.
MASAKA in the secondary school using 2 fielders on the offside who are deep to try and make sure that they could raid the boundary in case the batters try going to that side. Good delivery there from Kevin Mukite. Just doing what her sisters do for the national team, Rita Msamali and Susan Kakai. I just don't know why all of them bowl medium pace, because Susan Kakai bowls her medium pace. Rita Msamali does the same, and their younger sister, Kevin Mukite, is doing the same here. Chance for a catch, but the fielder was standing a bit close. If she was around the 45 yards, maybe she could have completed that one so well. Namiro Mary will go away with that. But now, as you can see, the left-right combination is causing troubles to the fielders. They have to change the field on every ball.
That's a little tiresome, and they really have to endure with it because if they set the field badly for a left-hander, becomes costly because any blunder that they're going to make right now in the fielding is going to cost them. Because so many times I've watched matches where games change in the last 5 overs, last 6 overs, and yet you started with a very good spell in the first over that you bowled. That's how I know that Mukite balls following her no ball, and the umpire indicates a free hit still on that Nasuna Whitney has to think of utilizing.
Mukite even needs to be working on the zones where she's pitching her balls, because she has so far gone for 7 runs, but out of these runs 5 are extras with 2 wides and 3 no balls. So she needs to start bowling pretty well, try and make sure that she doesn't make it so hard for her team to chase. Sent to the gap on the onside. Nasuna Whitney manages to get that corner area to get a boundary off that free hit. Good alignment of the body behind that ball. She played a very nice proper cricket shot to get some runs for JINJA SS Secondary School and push them away from the 60 runs mark in the 14th over running. Nasuna Whitney there becoming so comfortable. She tries to play the same thing, and this time she doesn't move her feet. Umpire sends her out. LBW celebration moment for MASAKA, as they call themselves, because every time they be celebrating inside there, they be shouting 1, 2, 3, 4 MASAKA.
From Mokete straight to middle stump, but I think Suna crumbs Mokete over. She has been so many wides and no balls, but
With the departure of the left-hander Whitney Nasuna, a right-hander will come in to continue the batting for JINJA SS Secondary School. Erix Eroda is the new batter who's just walked in here to try and make sure that she gets some runs. 64 for 5 is the current score. The scorecards don't look so good. Some silence in the JINJA SS camp there as the fielders are lit on the ground.
I think Nasuna's wicket is a little costly for the JINJA SS team, because like trying to get the singles and the boundaries for her team. But now her wicket is turning out to be a pressure moment for her fellow players, because now looking at the ball so big, just get into the game. And the overs are far away gone for them to get the score that they need.
That is the dugout from Kono Kings High School. They played yesterday, lost 1 in the morning and won 1 in the afternoon. Now they've come to watch the game. They've been here since morning. That's their dugout. Tomorrow they'll be taking on the big girls of Gayaza High School in the morning at this particular venue. So they have to come around and see how everything works out for them. With only 6 runs remaining to complete this innings, 64 for 5 is the current score. Rhoda Erix, the new batter, has just walked in with 0 off 1, and Mary Namiro has 2 off 3. This is the partnership which needs to rebuild back the game, try and make sure that they get some more runs. Playing across on the ball, which is straight, is a sin. Namiro there trying to play slog shot. She goes across the lane, and the umpire gives her out. LBW, disappointing here for JINJA SS Secondary School. The wickets are falling in succession. The girls from MASAKA are singing Masasuko. Look at that replay. Nachimbugo, they are coming into the attack, delivering a very nice delivery straight to the stumps. Namiro stepping in very well. She tried to sweep it down, misses everything. The ball hits her foot. The umpire, Ronald Ebulu, had nothing to do for her but sent her back to the dugout. Rashida Tekabula, one of the batters who have been scoring some runs for JINJA SS in this tournament. Yesterday she managed to get some runs as they lost to Olida High School. Now here she is to come and continue with the batting for JINJA Senior Secondary School. Yesterday, as JINJA SS lost to our leader, Tikabula Rashida was the highest runs scorer for JINJA SS. She managed to get 13 runs of 33 deliveries. She starts it with a beautiful block. Some ball there from Nachimugwe. Nachimugwe puts that one to try and tempt Rashida, but Rashida doesn't fall into the trap.
I think by the time 2 wickets fall off in a row, and you're the next batter to come in, that pressure that comes that is a little intense when you just enter in. But I think she has to just first calm down and create a partnership with the Ronda so that they can push the score a little.
I don't think Tikabula will be patient because the intent of the slog sweep just shows that she wants to go quick. Another attempt. Swings and misses everything. But that ball is pitched on the leg side and the call from the umpire is a not out call. If that was a little bit straight, by now Kawashida could be walking back. But when you see Nachimbugo is releasing her ball, she's releasing it so slowly. In that you need to use a lot of energy and timing to get runs off it.
I think Nashibuge is really challenging Rashida because like every ball that Rashida is trying to play down the side on the on that was played back to the other wicket, and I think if Rashida is not a little careful, she might end up going back to the dressing room on the same very effect of the same very ball.
All the shots that Rashida has been trying to play looks like the coach has set her to come and look for those quick runs. She hasn't made contact yet, but the intent is very clear. Swing and a miss, but looks like that ball was going over the stumps. There were about 3 appeals in that over, but I tell you, the body language of the MASAKA SS players is so good.
That's a replay of the ball that had just been played. Naomi tried to stamp, thinking that she was out, but looks like Rashida was a little bit lucky that her bit of the leg was still in the crease. So that makes it clear to us that there's no wicket get in that over except the other wicket that was getting.
With only 5 overs to complete the first inning, 65 for a loss of 6 is the score for JINJA SS. 15 overs have been bowled and Mukite Kevin is back into the attack for JINJA SS for MASAKA Senior Secondary School. Was about to say that she was coming to bowl for JINJA SS because actually JINJA SS is Mukite Kevin's former school, but she switched sides as she now joined MASAKA.
But Ivan, like you just say that Mokite's former school was Jinja SS, like usually based in Jinja and Kampala, knowing that you know so many players in that side. Do you really know any reason that she left Jinja SS to go to Masaka? Or it's because of academic reasons? Because I know Jinja SS is one of the good schools with cricket as well as Masaka.
Yeah, but by the time Kevin left, full delivery there from Mokite Kevin. There is contact. That ball races down to deep mid wicket, but they will only take 1 run. Yeah, well, now as I was telling you, by the time Mokite Kevin left to join MASAKA SS, there was a big pool of players, and the competition was actually very very tight around it. It wasn't so easy for you to get a number in the JINJA SS side, so she thought maybe she could get chance of playing in Masaka, something which has worked for her because both coaches are experienced coaches. Abib Mogala there, JINJA SS, that's a good shot there to the point area. The fielding is good, but she doesn't notice that the fielder was on the bowler's end, was out of her crease. If her hunting was completed, that would have been a wicket for Masaka. Yeah, when I was telling you that both teams are coached by experienced coaches, Habib Mugala at the helm of JINJA SS, with this of Nanga at the helm of MASAKA SS. So I believe anywhere you are, you would get the same quality of cricket. Another will be W appeal there. Tikabula Rashida has so far faced 6 deliveries. I beg your pardon, she has so far faced 7 deliveries, and she's just to get the first run. She just can't get into a proper position to align that ball to where she wants it to go. Chance for a catch. That doesn't carry. Kaijuka Florence was very very eager to complete that catch and get Tikabula wicket. Wicket is wicket, but now when you look at the way Tikabula Rashida is batting, looks like she's on pressure. Looks like she wants to deliver or impress. She doesn't look like she's trying to slog on balls she's supposed to play straighter.
Witness wicket. Only have overs where they need to double score because 67.
Swing and contact. First runs off the bat for Tikabula Rashida, as now may just says that 67 is a chaseable score, but now it has moved to 68. Well, that marks the end of the 16th over. 68 for 6 is the current score, with only 4 overs remaining to complete the innings. Earlier on now, you said that JINJA SS will love to cross to the 80 runs mark, but looks like a heavy mountain for them to climb, with only 4 overs remaining to complete the innings. Currently they are moving at a run rate of 4 per over, meaning in the next remaining 4 overs they will have added 16 runs. Mathematically that pushes you to around 84.
For them to clock.
Wide delivery there from Hasfa Naula. That is the first word she's delivered, and she attributes that to the run-up. She opened up the bowling alongside Milik Nakakande Agnes, and in her first 2 over spell, she conceded only 2 runs and picked a wicket. Now she is back at the death, trying to make sure that she hunts for another wicket or even limit the JINJA SS batters from scoring runs. One glanced off very nicely to square leg. That ball finds the boundary, and 4 runs will be added onto the total for JINJA Senior Secondary School.
Ivan, look at the way Rashida is. I feel she's a little impressed because if
As she swings and gets into the bat, that boundary that Naula has considered must have started scaring her as she comes back with the wide delivery. But I think the plan is so far working so well. Even though you see that the runs have reduced, the overs have reduced, you need to still to stick on the basics of the game. The balls that are to be played on the offside, keep them there. Don't just go across and slog at everything. Chance for a run out. Take our Rashida not interested in the hit and run. Her partner was coming so quick, but sent back so quickly there by Rashida. As the hunt for the boundaries and not singles for Rashida continues there, as Naume says, Hasfanaula keeps giving in extras. I just can't tell why at the death Naula has lost her line. This has even sent the coach to stand up in the dugout to try and make sure that he sends some instructions to the fielders who are fielding from close to the boundary. But the saying is very clear that she should come down and try and make sure that she bowls in some good deliveries here for Masesco, as they love calling themselves. Into the black hole there to the onside. Tikawara Rashida finds mid wicket. No run is taken, but that is a much better delivery there from Naula. Because every time you're giving wides, you are letting the other team run away. Just try as hard as you can to try and make sure that you let the batters play the ball, because that's how the chances come. Another way delivery there from Hasfa Naula. Looked like that ball was racing to the boundary, but Nakakande Agnes was there, third man, to give her protection, and only a run will be scored alongside that wide. Let's see what Naula Hasfa could do while bowling to Eroda Eriks, because it looked like Rashida was posing some challenges to her. Another way there from Naula. And now if you're playing in such a game, if the pressures are coming in and you're giving those wide extras, what precautions do you take? Do you change the run up? Do you change the grip of the ball? What would you do if you were in a situation where Naula is at the moment? Because you're one of the simmers who've played a couple of games for the national side.
if I was in Naula's place and I feel maybe passing the ball would is the one giving me that effect, I would maybe start using angles like I can start bowling now cutters so that the ball delivery is slower than the usual ball I've been bowling, so that it's another challenge. Just
Naume says that she could change her run up, or even change the type of delivery she's giving. She could reduce some pace on the ball, But here Naula is just remaining with only a single ball to complete this over. And that's how Naula Hasfa completes the over. There is some upload from their dugout, and well bowled is the call. Naula Hasfa there completes the 17th over, and 77 for a loss of 6 is the current score here at Madeira, with only 3 overs remaining to complete the innings. Nakakande Agnes, who opened the bowling alongside Naula, will continue the bowling from the primary school end. Both of them came and bowled 2-2. Looked like they were keeping the share of these last 4 overs. So far Naula has taken 1, and in these remaining 3, Nakakande Agnes is there up, trying to make sure that she bowls yet another over for Masesco.
Pass. So I think it was an idea over in as well.
With a field at Kaukona area. Beautiful played there at point. The chase is on, the pickup is good, and she throws it right away. Beautiful cricket all round there. She managed to stop that one very, very nicely. Another good ball there from Nakakande Agnes. The batters have now resumed the hit and run because Nakakande is bowling everything to the body. So they are just trying to glance it off, and they've kept running. If in this run they keep getting a run, a ball, maybe when it ends, they should have reached the 8 runs mark. Something that now says that it's a defendable score. Chance for a wicket there. Big appeal by the umpire Saddam Oyaga there in a very good position to say that there was a bat. There was some sound of the bat there before the ball hit the pads, and not out is the call from him. Some chance there, but that ball was missing stumps because it hits the thigh pads. I just love the way Nakakande Agnes is playing those in-swingers, and they are causing very, very big challenge here to the batters, as the batters just can't get that room to open up their arms and play them away. Some half chance there, but she manages to get the gap. The call is 2, but there is some pickup there, some good pickup there from Nata Penina. She sends it back so quickly and limits them to only 1 run. The body language of the girls of MASAKA says it all. When you're running, you could hear bowlers end, wicket keepers end, and in confusion you fear the risk of giving out your wicket. Now may we see the way is not the very best of fielding there. She could have just sent the ball back so quickly. In the end, it becomes so costly as they get a wide and 2 runs. But now, as you see that delivery there from Nakakande, she tried to push the ball so hard. Something not very, very called for, because they have not yet hit her so hard, maybe out of the park. She could have just kept the pace of the ball.
Ivan, talking about what you just said, I think that's a right point because Nakakande has been bowling so well in the half first four balls, but you know sometimes you can be so excited and you lose the track. So like I have a feeling like all players is on top of the bat next ball.
Excitement and losing the track marks the end of the 18th over. 84 for a loss of 6 is the current score here at Madara Ground. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the annual Girls Schools Cricket Week, a tournament proudly sponsored by Skyview, the makers of the makers of Reham Cola, the makers of Lavita, the makers of Skyview with all flavors, including orange. Very, very happy to have them on board. Also the makers of Crystal Water, but Naula Asfa is the bowler who is back to bowl for MASAKA SS Secondary School from the Flying School end. The girls of Masesco have kept their nerves high. They have been chanting on every delivery since the first over. Some good backup there from Naola Hasfa. Wicketkeeper, they are not doing a lot of tidy work to save her team from conceding runs. Banaka Kande Agnes keeps them to only 1 run. Byron is squad there. Rashida with 7 of 16. Eroda with 4 of 8. The batters currently in there for JINJA SS Secondary School. And Hasfa Naula, the captain for Masaka, is currently doing the bowling for her side. Eroda Alex. One to the body, she tries to glance it off. Some hesitation there between the batters. But they managed to sneak a quick run there, pushing the score to 87. The back end overs there from Naula Hasfa have not been the very best. She's given out extras. The first two were tied. Each of the overs went for only a single run. But looks like now she's dropping her shoulders. She needs to be getting that line and try to make sure that she pitches those balls there. I think now that is the moment where some of you bowlers, the seamers reach when the body is becoming tired. But you just need to keep doing what is right, because that's how you keep your team in the game, because those are the runs that win the game for you.
At that point of you have to because like Naula only bowls from she had a lot of time to
Now as for their maid her delivery and she manages to pick a dot ball. That is very good from her because she now just needs to get another good ball before she could complete the 19th over. It's one of the 10 overs in the game. She's just gone for 14 runs in the 3.5 overs she's bowled. With the exception of the extras she had given, if she had not given those extras, maybe she would have gone for even less than 10. Some big appeal there, but there is no interest from the umpire. Well, that makes the end of the 19th over. We are into the last over. 90 for 6 is the current score. That is now last for there on your screen, the captain for MASAKA SS Secondary School. But we're looking at the way they are moving. Now they are already in the overs that you said that they are already in the runs that you said that defended. We are into the last over. I feel 100 is manageable here if they could capitalize and get about 2 boundaries in this over, because those triple figures always scare the chasing side. But Nakakande Agnes is the bowler who is back to bowl for MASAKA Senior Secondary School.
Ivan, if you look at the way Nakakande is bowling, she has been. By the time you say you need, if a team
Swing and a miss. The hit from Erics is clear. She needs to get a boundary. She so far swung the bat twice, but she hasn't made contact. But there are more 4 deliveries here to complete the innings. Nakakande keeping everything on the offside. The first delivery went close to the wide mark, but the receding delivery was just at the 4th stump. I just don't know how Eroda Alex worked out with that. Just don't know where she was working to. We used to play those things during hit and run Wembley. That looked so close. Fooders are even laughing at what she did.
actually me, I think
Big swing there from Eroda Alex. She gets the much needed delivery as that ball races to the long off area, and she manages to get 4 runs for JINJA Senior Secondary School. This comes with only 2 deliveries remaining to complete the innings, but I just love the intent from Eroda Alex right from the start. Another big swing there from Tikavula Rashida. That is out of here. 1 bounce for 4 runs. That is the dugout for JINJA SS. That will should sets them to fire. As you can see, they are there celebrating that. from the start of the over, Eroda Eriks was showing that that she needs to get a boundary in that over, and she manages to get two so far. She's managed to get two so far with a delivery yet to come. A boundary on this one will send them to the triple digits. 2 runs could also do the same. Nakakande Agnes looking for a comeback. She started with 3 dots, but the previous 2 balls were the very best. Some field changes there to see that as she puts a fielder at deep square leg to do the boundary raiding and make sure that they don't concede another boundary of this last delivery. Another swing there, that is straight to the screen. The chase is on. The call is 2. They managed to get for 2 runs. Another call there for another one, but they will settle for those 2 runs. Look at the replay. The intent was clear. Big swing there. She managed to get it to the long on. The pickup was good and the handling, but the running between the wickets was as well quick. Well, that puts the end to the first innings of this game. JINJA SS versus MASAKA Senior Secondary School. The 2 secondary schools are here facing off, and at the end of the first innings, JINJA Senior Secondary School manages to complete with 100 for a loss of 6 wickets. Yeah, well, now, the way you saw the first innings, what should MASAKA SS try and focus to do in the second innings if they are supposed to chase that score?
Looking at the summary, Whitney had 24 for 29, and sorry, I beg your pardon. JINJA SS scored 100 runs for 6 20 overs. MASAKA gave them 30 extras. I think that's much.
Meaning they should have scored maybe 70 if you remove the extras.
Or even rather, not even 70, because remember, as we were watching the game, there were some buys that the keeper gave. So if you total that, or maybe they would have scored 60. Nasuna Whitney scored 24 in 29 balls. Rex Eronde scored 15 of 16, and Leila scored 8 of 26 balls. Lola Hamira bowled had went for 1 run, 1 wicket in 1 over. Hasifa 15 for 1 in 4 overs. Kevin Mukite bowled 3 overs, conceded 16, and had 1 wicket. So Ivan, back to the point that we're talking about. How is MASAKA going to take that score? I think MASAKA has to just build partnerships in order to get that score, because one thing I know about cricket is a partnership that is built can have so many runs on board for that team. So one thing that MASAKA should do is build partnerships that will get them runs on the board.
As Naume says that MASAKA will need to build partnerships that will help them to chase the game, we shall take a very quick break. We shall have to sip some Sky View and some Crystal Water because they are our sponsors in this tournament before we come back for the second innings, ladies and gentlemen.
big second inning coming up. 101, 102 is what is required from MASAKA SS if they're going to upset the odds and pick up a victory against JINJA SS. JINJA SS looking for their first victory in the tournament. MASAKA defeated Masindi yesterday by 20 runs. But JINJA SS were on the wrong end of the result against defending champions Olida High School. Here we go with the first ball. Starts off with a wide and through the hands of the keeper as well. Extras for the team, but my name is Dennis Msare and I'm here with Ivan Sajabi to take you through the game. Masesco. I wonder what JINJA SS is. Ivan, if you could find out what's the short. We have Masesco, Smugs, Igasco. Smugs is. Oh yes. Igasco. Nachimbugwe still having some sighters. Not a lot of intent from her. But Aisha Mokite has also been on the money. It's going to be a big battle. Outside edge, thick outside edge, but will run away to the third man who feels it comfortably. But it's going to be a big challenge for MASAKA. JINJA SS worked hard for their runs, for them to get 100 runs. They might have been gifted 30, but 70 of those 101 runs came off the blade. That means MASAKA needs to match that effort, especially if they're not going to be gifted extras. Another swing and a miss, and that will conclude the first over. 3 for no loss. MASAKA SS. Rashidati Kabula bowling from the flying school end. Starts off with a good delivery. One of the things I've noted from all these teams is that once they hit the good line and length, they will challenge the batters. The problem for them has really been the extras, trying to make sure that they are consistently challenging the batters. And a lot of times, some of them stray from the good line and they end up bowling a lot of extras. Masaka have given away 30 out of a team total of 101. So I think when the teachers go back, those are things that they need to work on and focus. Up in the air, but just falls short of the fielder. Not enough conviction in that attempt to take the catch.
Looking at that replay, Kawarashida looked like the batter was there from the fielder. It was also close for Kawarashida to pick the first wicket in this innings. Yesterday, as they were playing against Olida, Kawarashida picked
Misfield beats both fielders. A lot of runs for Masaka. A lot of noise coming out from the bench there of Masaka. They're trying to cheer for every run that came off the inside edge. Kaijuka Faith off the mark. Swing and a miss. And you talk about it, Ivan. These two schools seem to have some sort of beef. They've exchanged players in the past, so I think not in a bad way, but there's some sort of a derby. There's some blood between the teams that whoever wins this game feels like they've won the whole tournament.
Alede and Simon Chitwe.
Two overs down, 7 for no loss, MASAKA SS. Kajuka Francis, I think what she does, she brings her bat down in time so that the ball doesn't creep under her bat. But with the kind of field set JINJA SS has, they will need to find a way of piercing those gaps. That's the only way they're going to score runs, because they have everyone in front of the bat. It must be painful. Some fielding there with the knees from the fielder. Tap and run from Nachimbugwe and Kaijuka Florence.
When JINJA SS was playing,
Yeah, the runs are starting to leak here for MASAKA SS. A couple of balls off the inside edge. That should give you confidence when you start scoring a few runs. Dot balls create a lot of pressure, but now MASAKA starting to show some more intent. How deep can they bat, Ivan? Misfield from JINJA SS allows them to pick up a single. Looks like the captain, Hope Mbeza. Bit casual in covers. The runs are starting to leak for MASAKA.
It's the end of the third over. 10 Mary.
Ivan, I think that's right about it because a cricket ball is more hard than any other ball at least I've seen. So if it It looks like Eronde's over is becoming a challenging over for the Masaka batters because in the other overs they've been a little comfortable, but this over sounds to be a challenging one for them.
End of over number 5. We are getting into the 6th over and the score is 22 for no loss. The last over to the power play is yet to be bowled, and there is a change in the bowling attack. JINJA SS, they are getting some backup from the fielders or the other players who are in the dugout. But Nasunata here is into the attack for JINJA Senior Secondary School. Nasunata here captained JINJA Association of Cricket Clubs Cricket Club Jack the previous season, and she made good strides there. Now here she is playing for her school. Last year she was part of the team that made it here in Soroti for the school's cricket week, and now there she is to try and make sure that she looks for the much needed wickets that could keep them in the game. Have chance there, chance for a run out. Beautifully completed there by the wicket keeper Namiro Mary, and Kejoka Florence will walk back to the dugout.
That's a very good celebration there from JINJA SS girls. And that was incredibly a very good pickup from the fielder, throwing it to Namiro, the wicket keeper. So fast that it counts to be a wicket. First wicket in the basket for JINJA SS, and it's a positive for the team. And I believe celebrating that happiness is one key thing for them. Breaking that partnership that costed them 22 runs of 5.2 overs.
New batter who has worked on for MASAKA Senior Secondary School is Nanyanzi Babra. Nanyanzi Babra is a left-hander, so her combination with Nachimbugo will cause some field changes, and this will maybe tire out the fielders.
The morale in the field can hype batter who enter. I think Coach Yusuf's idea of sending a left-hander in is a good idea because matching challenging for the fielders.
Tahia Nasuna there delivering her shoulders, and she gives out an extra white ball from Tahia.
This game is another tight. From there, the fielders are fielding and there the batters are batting. I think everyone wants this win. So we don't know who's going to merge out the winner in this game. Because JINJA SS needs this win. MASAKA also needs the same very win.
It always looks tight when JINJA Senior Secondary School faces off with MASAKA Senior Secondary School. But 23-1 is the score as the first power play comes to an end. Eroda Erics, after delivering a very nice over, her first spell went for only 2 runs. She is being trusted to come and bowl the second, but that's the 7th in this innings. Drops her shoulders and gives a wide delivery. I think it has been generosity to generosity. Eroda Erics they are giving back the generosity they have received from JINJA Senior Secondary School earlier on in the first innings as they got 30 extras.
Really proving to be a defending bowler. The way she was batting really saw that she really has passion for her team. Like, Alex finishing her last ball of the over with a very good delivery there to Nanyanzi. Still, the score is 25. 13 overs.
One set off the borderline, there is some poor fielding, some misfield there from the fielder. Not the very best of the pickups, but the batter's not interested in taking a run because they were earlier committed to not taking any run. As the ball went straight to the fielder, who was in a very good position to collect it up. Nasu Natahia there, one of the bowlers who have chewed, sure she's not going for so many runs. Chance for a catch, subsequent chance for a run out. Some heavy throw there from Rashida Tikabula. I beg your pardon. As you can see that from the replay, that ball came in so well from Tikabula Rashida. Played over covers. She picked it so well, Tikabula Rashida, but the throw just went away for 4 runs. Nasuna Tahia will concede 5 runs there because of that overthrow. The sun is bright here in the beautiful city of Soroti. Skyview, our sponsors for this particular tournament. It's the annual Girls Schools Cricket Week. That marks the end of the 8th over. 30-1 is the score. Nasunata here doing very, very good there with the ball, with the exception of the boundary that she conceded in the previous over. She's bowled so well. She's so bowled 2 and conceded only 6 runs. Nachimbugwe there opened the batting. She's still in there with 16 of 27. And Nyanzi Babra, the new batter who's just walked on, she's for first 8 and she's just yet to score a run. But there is a change in the bowling attack from the primary school end. New bowler there for JINJA SS, Akayo Travin. She bowls some good slow balls. The slow balls are causing some challenge to the batters. They are not playing her with a lot of comfort. One straight to the field at mid wicket. Some good fielding there. No run is taken. Kyle Travin trying to look for everything on the offside. Not the very best of the fieldings there. And the batters managed to capitalize and take 2 runs. The pickup wasn't so instant. MASAKA SS will enjoy that as the score now moves to 33. Another half chance there, but it gets to the gap. They managed to get another run. The left-right combination is making the field get tired all the time, because every time the batter on the strike changes, there is a call for left-hander or right-hander from the fielders so that they could make the necessary adjustments. End of over number 9, 34-1 is the score. Nayas Barbara, after facing 10 deliveries, he hasn't put anything on the board. Nachimbugwe Hamera with 19 of 21. Well, now as you can see there, looks like JINJA SS has gotten a way of managing the run rate, because the run rate was moving so close to 5, but currently they have pushed it back to 6.
It looks like MASAKA has to think about a solution for what they have at hand right now, because numerous dot balls will count at the end of the day, because looks like JINJA SS is very comfortable defending the score that they have placed on board.
Chance for a catch, but that ball does not find a fielder where it lands. The call is 2, but the batters will settle for 1. To move as a route there, the new bowler into the attack for JINJA SS.
If I were to look at the way JINJA SS scored the runs that they're defending right now, there was quick running between the wickets, encouraged by Nasuna, Whitney, and the other batters. But Masaka, I think, is a little slow.
Another one finds the gap. Chance for a run out. Beautifully completed there. MASAKA loses the second wicket. Very, very instant pick up and hand in.
That was struck direct to the fielder. But several batters feel like cover point is a point of a run. But when the fielder is in the 30 and picks the ball first time, so many times it causes a run out. And as we see, there was a very quick pick up there, thrown to the keeper Namiro and stamped, giving 2 wickets in the basket for MASAKA SS, for JINJA SS.
Well, as JINJA SS celebrates that wicket, the new batter walking on yesterday scored 49 and missed out a half century by only a single run. When I had a chat with her today in the morning on what happened, she said yesterday is gone. The focus is on today. I will look for yet another half century today. Her name is Naume Mbwali. There she comes to and makes sure that she looks for some runs for Masesco.
And that was a very good stop from Nasuna Whitney, because if she hadn't stopped that ball, it would have gone for 4 runs.
Some appeal there and the umpire's finger is up. Third wicket there for JINJA SS. LBW was the call there from the umpire. That dismissal marks the end of the 10th over, and 38 for 2 is the current score.
looks like it's going to be a tough game for MASAKA Secondary School because in the other inning, JINJA SS had 40 in 10 overs, and right now MASAKA has only 38 in 3. The difference of 2 runs is a very big difference because for some good reason it's going to be hard since they have a high fall of wickets right now for MASAKA Secondary School.
Mukite Kevin played for Wanderers Cricket Club last season. There she comes to try and make sure that she looks for some runs as Akayo Travin comes back into the attack for JINJA SS. Opshira Mbeza there, the captain for JINJA SS, making the necessary field adjustments to make sure that she could get another wicket, which puts them in a very good position to win the game. He is doing some fielding, using the mouth, just making some funny noise, and the batters are not yet being in very good position to get those runs.
Come on, Travin, come on, Travin.
Into the block hole, Mbwali Naume, no run taken. They are giving some slow balls now, as you can see, and these balls are giving some challenge to the batters as they are not playing them comfortably.
And actually, the entry of Naomi Mbwali has introduced hit and run for MASAKA because looking at the way she's playing, she's trying to tap the ball and run.
Another good shot there from Mbwali Naume as she manages to get another run from the offside. Mukite there coming onto the strike. For the first time, she's been in for the last couple of minutes, but this will be the first delivery that she will face in this game. End of over number 11, 39 for a loss of 3 is the current is Gallows School here in Madeira. Tumweba Zeruth is back into the attack for JINJA Senior Secondary School from the Flying School end.
63 from as many as 8 overs is what MASAKA SS need, but it's starting to become the full toss dispatched with disdain from Mbwali. Runs away for a boundary. A rare freebie there from the bowler to Mwebaze. Trying to be overly careful, but a nice juicy full toss outside of stump. Nobody move, nobody will get hurt. Good stuff there from Mbwali. Game changer of sorts, Ivan, you've mentioned, so definitely big things expected of her.
Just while Proskovia was carrying the MASAKA SS team and up to the semi-finals last year. Looks like one of the stars of this tournament should be Mbwali Naume. Mokita Kevin just needs to anchor the innings and also try to look for the singles and give her the boundary, the strike as much as she can.
I think Mbwali, as long as Mbwali is in, the hopes of MASAKA getting a result should be very, very good. Clearly, all teams struggle with very, very slow bowlers. So if you have as many slow bowlers in your team as possible, I think you'll be in business.
That marks the end of over number 12. 45 for 3 is the score. 57 runs are needed in the remaining 8 overs. If MASAKA SS is to pick the second victory in this year's annual Girls Schools Cricket Week tournament proudly sponsored by Skyview. All the officials, including me here, we are putting on the Skyview outfits. We're looking so bright. Asha Mokite is back into the attack for JINJA Senior Secondary School from the primary school end.
Loud appeals there from Asha. Nothing given by the umpire, but Mbwali needs to be very careful going across the line. And full tosses that are dipping into her.
Being more cautious this time round, Mbwali. She doesn't go across. I think she had the commentator telling her not to be going to be across on balls that are full to the stumps because she risks losing her wicket.
Hit very well and straight by Mbwali. The challenge for MASAKA is that Mbwali looks like the aggressor, but Mokite doesn't have a lot of aggression into her. So every time the strike rotates to her, the run scoring completely dries up. So you can see when the JINJA SS fielders moving in right now when Mukite comes on strike, they're trying to make sure that they strangle her from one end. Exactly that. She shows the intent to defend. But now when you need 56 runs from about 7 overs, you need some big hits to release the pressure. Yeah, Mukite misses out on a full toss. Need to punish bad bowling. One Mukite picks another. MASAKA SS lose their 4th wicket. Kevin Mukite, I don't know, she needs some consolation while walking off.
Kevin Mukite there, she kept it a bit high because looking at the way she brought her bat, it was very straight. But the ball just passed below the bat and hit her leg stump. That is the 4th wicket there for JINJA Senior Secondary School. And it completes a very nice over there from Asha Mukite, who goes for only 2 runs and picks a wicket. She foulballed 3 and conceded 8. But the total team score for MASAKA Senior Secondary School is 47 for 4 after 13 overs. Agnes Nakakande is the new batter who has just walked in for MASAKA Senior Secondary School.
Yeah, I was wondering why they were keeping her. She has some experience of having played at the highest level. So such players should not be afraid by this level. Come here and boast things. Even if you're a bowler, you walk in there with a reputation. So you just have to live up to that reputation. Miliki, like they like to call her. 47 for 4, 55 required from 7 overs for MASAKA SS. Kikabula Rashida will continue bowling from the flying school end. The challenge now is that because Mbwali is the aggressor, she's caught between trying to defend and also going after the bowling. So sometimes you chew up a lot of balls.
Looks clear for them. If JINJA SS gets the wicket of Mbwali, things they may not be the same in this game. And that would have been the game changer for them. So it's Kabarachida is keeping everything to the stumps. The pressure is now mounting to the MASAKA SS dugout as their big hitter is currently struggling to get off the mark. Sorry, to get off the strike. She's currently faced 16 balls and scored 9 runs. but a lot more is expected from her as the overs are reducing so quickly here. She manages to find the gap and they run so quickly. Nakakande Agnes takes the stance to face her first delivery. I just can't tell what will happen in this game because Nakakande Agnes needs to, using the experience and reputation Dennis was talking about, to actually also try and make sure that she scores some runs for MASAKA Senior Secondary School, because the start wasn't so bad, but things went slow in the mid overs. Hit and run, chance for a run out. The umpire there sends Mbwali Naume. Mbwali Naume took a risky run after Nakakande Agnes playing a ball straight to the fielder. She'll have to pay for that scene.
And a big wicket for JINJA SS because Mbwali Naume is the game changer for MASAKA SS. I don't know why she's surprised, but there was a bit of hesitation in the running between her and Agnes Nakakande. And in the end, the umpire is convinced that she didn't slide her bat in time. You can look at that again. When Agnes played the ball, there was a run, but she was very hesitant, Agnes. And unfortunately, the angle cannot tell us whether she was in or out. But the umpire has given us a decision. 48 for 5, MASAKA SS. The captain Naula joins Nakakande Agnes. MASAKA on the ropes. They need to find a heroine to get them over the line. They need 54 runs from 6 overs. Very unnecessary running between the wickets cost them the big wicket of Mbwali. They need to start all over again. Both these batters are very new on the crease. None has put a run on the board. Overs gone, 48 for 5, MASAKA. This girls tournament proudly sponsored by Skyview. It's match day number 2, and we are at St. Madera Girls School Cricket Oval. Swing and a miss there from Agnes Nakakande. Tikabula Rashida changing ends, but still continuing to dot for her team.
Alex, one of the bowlers who bowled so well here for JINJA SS. She's off a ball 2.1 and considered only 4 runs. Doesn't look like she's dropping her shoulders anytime soon. Bad ball punished very well there to the offside. Goes through the covers, the cover area there to get 4 runs for MASAKA Senior Secondary School.
Yeah, a tasty full toss there for Agnes Nakakande. She gets off the mark with the boundary. At ball releasing the pressure.
A much better delivery there from Eroda Eriks. She gave for a full toss, she got the punishment, and she got the lesson as well. Just keeping everything at the fourth stump. And posing yet challenge to Nakakande Agnes. Big swing there to the offside. The call is one. But since the last batter went for a run out, they fear taking the risk. They will settle for that one run. But I think the boundary they've gotten in that over has released off the pressure bit. Look at that replay.
Yeah, stand and deliver shot there from Agnes Nakakande. Typical bowler's shot, but effective enough to get them a run. There's a chance for a run there, but Naula and Nakakande unsure about the calling. I think, like Ivan, you've mentioned, that last run out now has created some bit of doubt between the batters.
They were coming out and being so hesitant, but the chance was there. Another big swing there from Naula Hasfa. Hope Shirambeza there, aligning her body behind the rope. Unfortunately, that ball runs out of the oval for 4 runs.
Yeah, a very big over there for MASAKA. They've been able to get 2 boundaries out of it. The last one, a very good gift for them from the captain. The ball taking an awkward bounce right in front of her. And she didn't have the legs to just keep it out. Just trickles into the boundary. MASAKA will take that. They are now 57 for 5. After 15 overs, you need 45 runs from 30 balls. Still very close. It's a very, very good welterweight contest, like they like to say. Punch for punch.
Very close, you say, but not so close, because they need to be scoring 9 in each of the remaining 5 overs.
Glance of her feet, Agnes Nakakande. Just making sure that they keep the scoreboard ticking. Pressure in both camps. But MASAKA has lost 5 wickets. I think for them that is a challenge. They don't have so much money in the bank.
Tahia Nasuna doing no mistake, but putting everything in the areas that could trap the batters into playing. Big swing there, the ball is up in the air. It takes some time in the air, but the catch is not beautifully completed. She manages to recover and save them from a boundary, but MASAKA will pick up 2 runs to add to their total. That is the replay. Big swing. Somewhere hesitant in the running. The alignment, she just went round the ball. Not the very best days here for Hope Shilambeza, as the ball is looking for her at every hand, but she managed to keep that one in the park. And she didn't allow her team to concede the ball.
Naula right now swinging for everything, taking the responsibility as captain. Starting to get interesting at the back end. some more better intent from the MASAKA batters trying to put pressure on the bowling. I think there was a passage of play where they were really very, very cautious, and that put them in a difficult position. They now need 9 runs every over. And tries to go big, Agnes. And the catch is taken. Agnes Nakakande will have to go. Good commitment from the fielder, and she'll get bear hugs from the rest of the team. They know how important that wicket is.
Close look at the replay. Nakakande swinging so hard, but that ball didn't get into the mid of the bat. Beautiful catch there, completed. She dived down, but she kept it in her hands, and that was yet another big wicket, because these were the batters who are trying to take charge. Nakakande Agnes and Naula Hasfa, who are trying to steal the game away from JINJA SS Secondary School. Things don't look good here. The cards don't read well. 62 for 6 as the new batter walks on. The new batter, Natabo Penina. Walks into bat. Natabo Penina, last year she qualified. She came for the Nationals with St. John's Senior Secondary School. But this year she changed sides a bit as she left Mukono and went to MASAKA. Now here she comes to and make sure that she looks for some runs, as they need to be scoring about 9 runs every over if they are to keep close to winning this game.
Somehow the weather has changed here from extreme heat to now looking like it's going to pour. The heavens are about to open. But I think we've done enough work for us to get a result in this game, because after this there will only be 4 overs left. 62 for 6 MASAKA. Like Ivan has mentioned, I think we've run out of resources right now. Doing an miss there from Natabo. As you can see there, the clouds have gathered over the St. Mary's Madeira. Hopefully they can allow us to go through the next 24 balls and conclude this particular game. But there are other games happening as well. 3 other games have been happening this afternoon. 2 at the Teso College ground and the Soroti Cricket Academy ground in town. We shall give you a quick update on that. JINJA SS now with the ball in their court. They just need to make sure that they go through the next overs comfortably to secure their first victory of the tournament in a difficult Group A. MASAKA will go back today in their reflection and beat themselves up for giving away 30 extras that got JINJA SS to 101 runs. Swing and a miss, but goes through everyone, beats the keeper as well. They'll get a bye. Leg buys. Achao, the captain, the bowler.
In the updates at other grounds happening now, St. John's Secondary School is taking on St. James Secondary School, and this game is happening at Teso College Alowet 2. St. John's won the toss and elected to bat first. In the reduced game, they managed to set 140 for 4 in 15 overs. 40 for 8 is the current score in 9.4 overs. In the other results, JINJA SS has beaten Good Heart by 9 wickets this afternoon. Sub-20 Hearts has beaten Klembe SS by 6 wickets. And currently only 2 games are live. St. John's taking on St. James, and this current one where JINJA SS is taking on MASAKA Secondary School. Big swing there, the ball is up in the air. She doesn't look like she will take that one. Not completed. Naula Hasfa takes another risk. Chance for a run out, not taken, but the footballing techniques helps her to stop that one and limit them to only 2 runs, but the fielder looks to be injured.
Yeah, this game means a lot to JINJA SS. You can see they're trying to give everything. Cricket has been very, very competitive from both sides, but unfortunately there can only be one winner. Talk of chance for a run out, but good running.
So now what Whitney there putting her body behind the ball, she manages to stop that one very well, allowing them to take only a single run. But the required run rate is going up and up and up. Currently they need to be scoring 10 in every over with 3.1 overs left. Big swing there from Naula Hasfa. The fielder doing some good fielding there, but Naula manages to take a single run quickly. But that marks the end of the 17th over. More 3 overs yet to come. 69 for 6 is the current score, and 33 is needed in 3 overs. Mathematically, 3 overs is 18 deliveries. Doesn't look like a game so close for Masaka, but it's not over before it's over. You never know what could come. These games are always won by extras, and looking at this particular game, JINJA SS are also paying back the offers. They've so far given out 14 extras. Achayo Tracy is back. Sorry, Achayo Travin is back to bowl for JINJA Senior Secondary School.
Yeah, good effort. Naula trying to do as much as she can within her powers to try and get the runs on board for Masaka. I think what they need to do is just to make sure that Naula keeps most of the strike and try and be as aggressive as possible.
The Mukono Kings team there joining in to support MASAKA SS. We're giving them backup and they're chanting at everything they are doing. Big swing, half chance there. Catch is dropped.
Looks like Masaka is trying it so hard to get the ball in the middle of the bat and try to get so many boundaries, because right now they don't need singles, but they need boundaries to get the score chased in a very easy manner.
Every time you get a boundary here. Big swing there. She just hears you saying that they need to be getting a boundaries, but there is a good diving effort there to make sure that they don't get the boundary we're talking about. Only 2 runs are gotten off that one, but there has been some good running between the wickets.
Looking at the replay there, that was a very good knock from Noela down that side through covers And a very good fielding highlight there from Ironde. That is really a team spirit. She really has her team at heart, and she really wants this win this time round. Because by the time someone sacrifices her body to stop the ball, her body is so painful. Moreover, she has even been that top bowler for her team.
But well, that marks the end of the 18th over. We are on remaining with 2 overs. And if I beg your pardon, if Masaka is to win this game, they need to score 12 runs in each of the 2 remaining overs. 75 for 6 is the current score. Everyone is up. You never know when it is coming, but you have to keep your eyes open. Tumwebaza is the bowler into the attack. Sorry, Asha Mukite is into the attack for JINJA SS. Big swing there from Naula, but beautifully collected by the fielder. She doesn't allow her to set to get that much needed runs.
Looks like JINJA SS has to use body and soul to get this win to their table.
Another big swing there from Naula. She doesn't get enough contact, but I tell you the intent is clear. She looks to be trying to smash that one away from here. Another big swing. This time she gets contact straight as an arrow. Eroda Eric's trying there to stop that one. Unfortunately, she does not get onto it. The much needed boundary has finally come for MASAKA SS Secondary School.
Looking at the replay, Aisha pitched that ball fuller on Noela's zone, and looking at the way Noela has been swinging the bat, it was just an easy shot for her to just play down that side to Aronde's own side.
Another big swing there from Naula. The chase is on. Some diving there. She manages to get it. But they managed to go for 2 runs. Interesting cricket. I just love the way the bowler, the fielder managed to align her body down to the ground to make sure that that one does not run away, because it was going to be.
If you look at that ball very well, it was really going for a boundary. But good to that fielder, she really had to use her body. That's why I'm like, I think body and soul is up in JINJA SS to stop the boundaries that are really going to cost that team.
Another big swing there, but only a single run picked. 20 runs are needed from 7 deliveries. Very, very tight game here at Madera Ground. But well, that marks the end of the over. We are into the last over of the innings. 83 for a loss of 6 is what MASAKA SS currently has on board. 19 more runs are needed in 6 deliveries. A very, very close context here. JINJA SS needs to make it very, very tight. And MASAKA SS needs to be attacking. They need about 3 sixes in this game. That's the dugout for JINJA SS, trying to give them some backup. Even that she is raising up to the feet, giving her the much needed support with the chanting. And Rashid Atikabula, who picked 2 wickets yesterday in the game, she picked Jimia Mohammed when they were taking on Olida, and subsequently picked Lona Anyait. She is now here into the attack to defend for JINJA SS. She opens up the account with a wide ball, but she reduces the required runs to 18. The game is just 3 sixes away. I'm not saying it is so easy to score those 6s, but it is in the reach for Mukono. Sorry, for MASAKA Senior Secondary School. Another way delivery there. Tikawala Rashida is reducing what JINJA SS, sorry, what MASAKA SS require to win this one. She's now put it to exactly 3 sixes because they need only 17 runs to come out victors in this encounter.
I think the generosity has started again, because like by the time you give 2 wides and yet you're defending such a big score in 6 balls, you're trying to be generous. Maybe first push the score to 7 where they can chase it so easily.
Just can't tell what is going on in Tikawala Rashida's head. Big swing there from Nata Wapenina. She manages to get off the strike and she gives it to Naula Hasfa, one of the aggressive batters who've been trying as hard as they can to get runs for her team. She so far has 22 runs of 17 deliveries and 16 is needed in 5 balls. Big swing there from Naula Hasfa. The call is to some fumbles there in the field as they comfortably against those 2 runs, reducing the deficit to 14 in 4 overs.
Ivan, this is really a pressure game, because looking at the batters are still aggressive. They haven't even given up, though the score is 14 and they need 14 in just 4 balls. This is a pressure game that I've really seen. This from the start of this tournament. This is really cricket.
Oh, swings and misses. Ball passes over the stumps. Naula Hasfa not aligning her body very well to send that one away. Naula Hasfa needs to get at least a boundary in these remaining 3 deliveries, because failure to do so, the game becomes so close to JINJA SS's side. Big swing there from Naula Hasfa. That ball races to the boundary. The long barriers are on as she manages to stop it. Chance for a run out. Beautifully completed. Only 1 run will be scored after that. Beautiful running between the wickets. Not very effortless. Not putting in a lot of efforts there.
Looking at the way Noella struck that ball, if it was not that the fielder was in the boundary, I think it would have gone for 4 runs, reducing maybe the score to 10 in 2 balls. But that pickup and that throw, it was a very good throw and easy for the bowler to stamp any day. Because like by the time you throw the ball waist height, it's better than throwing the ball maybe over the chest. That maybe had to bring it back to the stumps, but it was an easy throw.
Well, that wicket gives JINJA SS some breathing space. Looks like they get a strategic timeout as they go and first discuss on what has happened. 88 for 6, 14. Sorry, about 13 runs needed in 2 deliveries. As you wait for a wide, you need to score those 2 sixes, because that's what it takes for you. But Nyesigire Sandra, former student at Agape Christian School in Mukono, where she did her O-level from, right now she's in her Form 5, comes into bat for MASAKA Senior Secondary School. Big swing there from Naula Hasfa. She gets the much needed contact. The chase is on, but that one is out of the park for 4 runs. It puts the game close, but not in the reach. Naula Hasfa, they are playing a captain's innings.
Looks like Naola's zone is really on, because like by the time you give Naola a ball that is full to her, you're going to the boundary anytime. But Ivan, I wonder why Coach Yusuf, the coach of Masco, has decided to send Naola late. If that sent Naola early, do you think MASAKA gotten this game to that reach.
That is the dugout from MASAKA Senior Secondary School there. They are all up on their knees as they wait for that delivery. Rashida comes in. All Aspa swing so hard, but now it's over for them. It's just over for them. JINJA SS picks the match in dead wicket. But like I would like to tell you, among in these games, you always come up with a strategy. He has reason as managed to send the other batters to bat up front. Those are celebration moments there for JINJA SS. So every team has a batting strategy. So maybe strategy was to bring in Naula later. But JINJA SS manages to get that 7 runs victory. Yesterday they lost to Odida High School. Today